Good morning, guys. It's so nice outside. It's already 80 degrees and it's only 8 a.m. But I figured that I would talk to you guys on my way to the office this morning and chat about, I saw a story from Brittany Dawn. And by the way, I hope you guys had a really good weekend. It was a long weekend for anyone that lives in the U.S. We had Memorial Day, and so that was nice. The pool opened yesterday, and good times. So I didn't go to the pool, but it looked like it was good times over there. So there were a few people that ventured out. It wasn't even like super duper hot yesterday, but some people just like, as soon as the pool opens, like they're at the pool. Me, I need to wait a few weeks and like let the water warm up a little bit before I go over, but either way. So this morning I was actually rewatching some of Emily D. Baker's, one of her commentary videos during the Depp Heard trial. And then I popped over to Instagram and I looked at Brittany Dawn's Instagram story, and people were asking her questions because she's been really focused on like her horse recently. And so she asked people to ask her questions, and someone asked her a question about, are horses and cows the same to care for as dogs, like emotionally speaking? And I'm assuming what this person meant by that was, if you have a horse as a pet, do you feel the same way as you would about like your dog? I think that's what the person meant. And Brittany Dawn put this big answer up, and I was sitting there thinking back to the fact that she rehomed a pit bull, and then what happened with Brody. We all know what happened with Brody. For you guys that don't know, Brody was left unattended while Brittany and her husband Jordan went to Lowe's, and unfortunately Brody got into the road because he wasn't being supervised. He was hit by a car, and when Brittany and her husband got back to the house, the dog was needing help, and instead of helping the dog, Jordan took things into his own hands. So I won't go into any graphic detail or anything, but you guys can probably see what I'm trying to reconcile with that. So when the reason that I say that is because when I look at Brittany Dawn, I don't really look at someone who is deeply emotionally attached to her animals, because for me, there's only a couple of situations that I could think of when it's time to like think about rehoming your dog, and those would be like life altering circumstances. If you all of a sudden don't have a home and you're not able to care for the dog, or you're moving halfway across the world and for some reason you can't bring your dog. Like, I'm talking about major life events. From what she told people, the dog had too much energy, and that's the worst reason ever to rehome a dog, of course, in my opinion. If your dog has too much energy, why don't you try exercising him more so that he can get that energy out, he or she? We're talking about someone who's a full-time influencer here. You're home with the dog all day. Take him to the park so that he can run around. Take him to the dog park so he can play with other dogs, so that he can get the energy out, and then you come home and he sleeps for 2 hours. I know that's what happens with Axel. Take him out for a little while, and then he's tired for a couple hours. Get the energy out, and then he's taking a nap to restore the energy. So I don't know. To me, saying that you literally got rid of your dog because he was too energetic is just such a bullshit reason. It really is. So something else that I thought of when Brittany Dawn put that answer up to the question is kind of this idea of the court of public opinion, and when you're an influencer online, you know, unfortunately, when you build your presence online, your history will follow you with the court of public opinion. And I think that that's something that has obviously happened with Brittany Dawn. Like, there are people that are still so enraged with what she did with Brody. And it hasn't even been a year since that happened. So, relatively speaking, we are still talking about something that is, you know, fresh in people's minds. It's the idea of your history kind of following you. Is there an expiration date on events like these? Now, for some people, myself included, if you do something like that to an animal that had counted on you to care for him, for me, you're not gonna ever be fully like taken seriously. Some people might call that holding a grudge. Some people might call that being unforgiving, and that's okay. Like, if that's your opinion and you think that that's just being way too hard on someone and you would never hold a grudge against someone, that's, you know, we can all come to our own conclusions when it comes to that. There's certain opportunities in life where you can do the right thing or you can do the wrong thing, and in my opinion, what happened with Brody was the wrong thing. And that wasn't something that could be repaired because it was a permanent decision. On the same vein, we can talk about someone like Nikki and Dan and what they did with Bowser. The whole Bowser situation, that's permanent. So how are you going to fix something that can't be repaired? It can no longer be fixed. You can't show new behavior to show that that was a bad decision. Like, it's also permanent. So that's why with people like that, I almost wonder if that person who asked the question didn't ask it as like a snarky question. I could be wrong, but I do in the back of my mind kind of think, I wonder if they asked that intentionally. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I still think that Brittany Dawn getting that new puppy, I think the new puppy's name is Oakley. A part of me feels like Oakley is sort of like a, you know, I don't know. I feel kind of crazy saying that, but it kind of feels to me like it's kind of like a fuck you to the people that were enraged with her about what happened with Brody. She got the new dog so quickly. It's like she addressed the Brody situation in one video, and then it was just like life went on. And I don't understand how you can have a dog and have something like that happen, and then it's like life just goes on. You address it and then you move on. And maybe she was really upset behind the scenes, but with her sharing so much about her emotions and the way that she's feeling and all of that kind of stuff to multiple platforms, I feel like we might have heard about it a little bit more if it was something that was weighing really heavy on her chest. Like, let's be real. Her emotions around her marriage and around Christianity and everything else are on full display all day, every single day. So if she was upset about Brody, I feel like maybe we would hear about it. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I need to run into Walgreens and pick up a couple of things before I get to the office. But tell me how you guys feel about, you know, this whole thing with Brittany Dawn. Sometimes I feel like, you know, I don't talk about her super often, but sometimes I'm like, I wonder what the court of public opinion is going to think with her and kind of her presence. I don't know, these permanent decisions just seem to follow and follow. So that's kind of how I feel about it, but I am interested to hear from you guys. Hopefully you have an amazing week. And yeah, so for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.